is it Sunday? Okay, one of those 2 days is our Move Free Week. So this is your moment, your opportunity to drag your unwitting friends and family members into class for free. No, but seriously, it is a full week where you're allowed to bring anybody, co-workers, cousins, all of that sort of stuff to class for free with you. So how to sign them up. If you grabbed your bingo card, the very center square has a little QR code that they can scan, and then it'll take them right to the page so that they can get themselves signed up. Otherwise, if you go to our website, you can navigate to the same page to get them all signed up. But I do recommend the one on the bingo card. It's a lot easier, to be honest. Anyways, so that whole week, you get to bring them as many times as they want to come. And we've got some extra support systems around to make sure that they find their own natural flow in the studios. But that's it. All right, we're going to get moving, but start in Supta Baddha Konasana. Yes, Jordan, you already know where we're going with this one. All right. Ooh. Take a nice deep breath in and let it go. On your inhale, press your belly out so that your bottom hand lifts up. On your exhale, let it fall back in towards center. Breathe in, press your hand out. Exhale, let your hand fall back down. Start just cycling your breath, looking for deeper inhales, followed by full and complete exhales. Nice deep breath in. Pause at the top. Big breath out with a pause at the bottom. Just keep moving with your breath. One more time, take an inhale and an exhale. Press the edges of your feet down into the mat so that you can pick your pelvis up just 1 inch off the floor. From here, you're going to tilt the front of your pelvis up towards your belly button, letting your tailbone descend so that you can lay your whole spine down on the mat. We're looking for your shoulders all the way down to your hip bones to be glued onto the mat throughout this whole thing, okay? From here, pick your feet up 2 or 3 inches into the air. So, yep, your feet are still together. Now reach your arms up into the air, interlace your fingers, and you're going to create these little Charlie's Angels hands. Now, pick your head and shoulders up, pointing your Charlie's Angels hands at your toes. Yes, you've got this. On your exhale, you're going to crunch up towards your toes. Are you ready? Let's go for 10, 9, 8, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nicely done. All right, shins together, parallel to the floor this time. Reach your fingertips out towards the sides of your hips. Yep. Shoulders and head off the mat. We're going to crunch for 10, 9, 8. Every exhale, let your belly draw down for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, guys. Keep your shins parallel. Bring both of your hands and press them against your knees. This one looks so easy, but it's so challenging. Yes, Sarah, I know. So just press your knees up into your hands and press your hands down against your knees. Do you feel your belly pulling down towards the mat? That's it. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale, let your belly drop down. Yes, good job, Greg. Yes, Nancy. Good job, Christine. There we go. Keep breathing for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, hug your knees into your chest. Let's rock head to toe 3 times. We're going to come into downward facing dog on that third rock. Are you ready? Set. Yogis, go to down dog. I love getting my core warmed up before the rest of the class because you'll see how much easier it is to find it in every pose. Now take a nice deep breath in. Exhale all the air out. Hug your low belly up and in. See if you can't create new space by pressing your sits bones backwards towards the far side of your mat. Yeah, you're looking for all of the stretch from your fingertips up to your hips. Yeah, that's it, guys. One more time. Big breath in. Exhale. On your inhale, come up high onto your tippy toes. And now slowly walk your feet all the way up to your hands on your tippy toes. Use your core to get there. There's some control in this. Nice job. Stay for one moment up on your tippy toes right at the top of your mat. All right, put your heels down. Take a halfway lift. Ragdoll. Get all of the stretch you can out of this pose. You're good. You can shake right and left, whatever makes you feel good for this first stretch. Plant your heels into your mat. Hug your belly button up and in towards your spine until you roll all the way up to standing. That's it. Reach your fingertips up into the air when you get there. Oh, yeah, this feels good. Take a little stretch right and left. I highly recommend. All right, bring your hands down to heart center, and we'll get glowing. Now, to sync up all of our breath paces, we start class with 3 ohms. Whether or not you're making the ohm sound or really just doing a big yawn, make some sort of noise. Are you ready? Set. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Breathe in, halfway lift. Exhale, chaturanga. Hey, Philomena. Upward facing dog with your breath in. Downward facing dog, exhale. That's it. 2 breaths here, guys. In and out. One more time. Deep breath in. Full breath out. Feet to hands. Halfway lift. Inhale. Forward fold. Take extended mountain. Breathe in all the way up. Breathe out and fold. Halfway lift. Inhale. Chaturanga on your exhale. Upward facing dog and into downward facing dog. 2 breaths now. One more time. In and out. Feet to hands. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Inhale, extended mountain, press your heels down. Fold. Halfway lift. Chaturanga. Up dog with your breath in. Down dog, exhale. All right. Now, on the next time that you jump up to your hands, try to go as slowly as possible. You're going to have to use your core, your shoulders. Are you ready to try it out? Here we go. Take a nice big breath in. Exhale, bend your knees. Hop, feet to hands. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Extended mountain. Pick all of your toes up. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift. Chaturanga. Belly muscles active. Upward facing dog. And into downward facing dog. Yes, 2 breaths here. One more time. Inhale. Exhale, bend your knees. Hop on empty. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Last one. Extended mountain. Up and back this time. Fold. Halfway lift. Chaturanga. Up dog with your breath in. Downward facing dog. Exhale. 2 breaths, and then we'll move to our sun bees. Let it go. One more time. Inhale. Blow the air out. Move. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Chair pose. Sit as low as you can go. Breathe in. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog on your inhale. Down dog, exhale. Take right side, warrior one. Yes, inhale on the way up. Exhale, chaturanga. Upward facing dog. And through to downward facing dog. Left side, warrior one. Inhale up. Exhale, chaturanga. Upward facing dog. And into downward facing dog. Yeah, so in this practice, we're always going to meet up in downward facing dog. So if you get a little bit ahead of the group or behind the group, no worries. We're going to meet up right here. Go with your breath. One more time. Are you ready? Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale, bend your knees. Hop. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Chair pose. Sit 2 inches lower. Fold. Halfway lift. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Down dog. Right side warrior one. Back foot flat on the mat. Chaturanga. Up dog. Down dog. Left side warrior one. Inhale as you reach. Exhale, hands back down. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. And through to downward facing dog. That's it. Now, everybody, hug your forearms in towards center. Yeah, you can keep your hands at the same spot, but activate your shoulder blades, pulling them together on your spine as well. That's it. Let your head drop down long. One more time. Big breath in. Full breath out. Let's move feet to hands. Halfway lift. Fold. Chair. Eyes to 1 point. Fold. Halfway lift. Chaturanga. Up dog. Down dog. Right side, warrior one. Inhale, reach. Exhale, hands to the mat. Upward facing dog. Through to downward facing dog. Left side, warrior one. Yeah, taking your time. Chaturanga on your breath out. Upward facing dog. And through to downward facing dog. That's it. All right, Josh, are we doing one more Sunbee? What do you think? Yeah, we are? Okay, are you guys ready? Take a nice big breath in. Exhale, bend your knees. Let's move. Halfway lift. Fold. Last one, chair pose. Go deeper than ever before. Fold. Halfway lift. Chaturanga. Up dog. Down dog. Right side, warrior one. Breathe. Exhale, chaturanga. Up dog. Through to down dog. Into left side, warrior one. Inhale as you go up. Exhale on your way back down. Upward facing dog. And through to downward facing dog. That's it. All right, take your big breath if you need one. Full inhale, deep exhale. Pick your right leg up into the air. Now, kick the center of this heel as high up towards the ceiling as it'll go. Yeah, Philomena, do you have 1 more inch to reach that heel up? Oh, look, that's like 6 more inches. Bend your top knee. Open up your hip towards the side of your mat. Yeah, get up high on your tippy toes on the bottom leg. Open your knee as far as it'll go. Okay, stay here or flip dog. Yes, that's it. See if you can keep breathing in this pose. You've done a great job with the breath so far in this practice. See if you can keep it moving right here. Take 2 more breaths all together now. That's it. 1 more time. And on your next breath, hop over high plank and into side plank. Right hand down on the mat. Left hand goes straight up towards the ceiling. Yes, there it is. Flex both of your feet. See if you can bring aliveness to that top leg. Maybe you can lift it up just for one breath. Inhale. Exhale, chaturanga. Nicely done. Upward facing dog. And through to down dog. Let's go left leg up into the air. Bend your top knee. Open up your hip. Yeah, open towards the side of your mat. Get all of the stretch out of this first side body stretch. Stay here or flip dog. That's it. Integrate your shoulders together on your back so that you're hugging them both in towards your spine. See if you can reach open through that left hand. One more inch out to the side. Yep. All right. Bring it back over high plank and into side plank. Left hand down, right hand up to the ceiling. Now, spread your fingertips on your top hand and pull it back 1 inch. See if you can find a stretch that starts at your bottom palm, reaches up across your chest and into your top fingertips. Just looking for that reach today. This is it. Last breath here. Big inhale. Chaturanga on your breath out. Upward facing dog. And into downward facing dog. Yes. Take a breath in. Sigh it out. One more time. Inhale. Sigh on the exhale. Let's take crescent lunge. Yeah, really up high on the balls of your back foot. Yep. Press that back foot into the mat hard enough that you take your foot from hanging back here into way up onto your tippy toes. This comes with like a lot more fire in your back leg. Now reach your fingertips up towards the ceiling. So we call this crescent lunge because you actually make a C shape with your body in it, from your heel up to your back and then up to your fingertips. See if you can draw your fingertips back 3 inches so that you're not only looking up, you're also looking behind. You're going to have to support this with your low belly hugging up and in. Yes, that's it, Christine. You've got it. See if you've got 1 more inch lower to come in the lunge. It makes it a lot easier. Good job, everyone. Bring your hands to heart center. And now we're going to twist to the right. All right. Open your hands. Now, this causes you to use your belly to hold you up into this pose. Think about opening your right shoulder. Yeah, that's it, Nancy. Take 3 breaths here. Opening that right hand as high as it'll go towards the ceiling. Yeah. See if you can draw your shoulders up 1 more inch. Yes, that's it, Sarah. On your inhale, everybody rise up. Take crescent lunge and into warrior 2. Yes, drishti over your front fingertips. See how low you can get into the lunge. Let the tapas burn. Tapas meaning heat. You'll feel it in sweat. You'll feel it in your heartbeat, your breath. See if you can come 2 more inches lower into this lunge. Really challenge yourself. See where the very edge of this pose is in your last breath. Take extended side angle. Right hand down to the mat, left hand straight up. Yes. All right, I don't know what I was talking about. Your left hand's going to come over your head, reaching towards the front of your mat. Yeah, that's it. Now, when you're planting this back foot into the ground, see if you can reach up far enough that you feel a stretch over this side of your body. Yeah, there you go. Everybody, see if you've got 1 more inch lower to get into the lunge to deepen the stretch. All right, chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Yes. Take the side. Big inhale. Blow the air out. Inhale. 1 more time. Exhale. Left side crescent lunge. All right. The whole key to that back bend is getting low into the lunge. The lower you go, the easier it is to find the back bend. So reach your fingertips up to the ceiling. Now see if you can start walking them backwards 1 inch at a time. Let each exhale be a new opportunity to see if you can reach behind you just 1 more inch. Yeah, that's it, Mike. Bring some softness into that front knee. See if you can get a little lower. Yeah, I know. You're really working there. 2 more breaths. You have this. Last one. Bring your hands to heart center and twist to the left. All right, we're going for open arms. I love the open arms here mainly because I love to get lazy and just put all my weight into my hands. See if you can start twisting open with that top hand. Take 3 breaths here. Yes, Sarah, here you go. Whoever just sided me, yes, just like that. 2 more times. Last one in. Big breath out. Inhale, rise up. Take warrior 2. There we go. Yes, you can come out of warrior 2 for a second, straighten out your leg, and then go down into it. Technically, you're supposed to get from crescent lunge over to here, keeping your knee bent. But after crescent lunge, nobody really wants that. So yes, you can come out of the pose for a second and then get right back down into it. See if you can put weight into your big toes, both of them, the front one and the back one. From here, extended side angle. Make this pose about your back foot, just pressing it down into the mat hard enough that you can reach up and forwards. Yeah, like that, Greg. Really reaching through your top hand. Take 1 more breath here. Stay for an inhale. Exhale, bring both hands to the mat. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog with your breath in. Down dog, exhale. Yeah, bring your right leg up into the air. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, press back. Exhale, knee to nose. Hug it up and in. Inhale, press back. Exhale, knee to nose. Hug, hug, hug. Inhale, press back. And now we're going to switch legs. Bring your right leg down. Left leg goes up into the air. Exhale, knee to nose. Hug in. Inhale, press back. Exhale, knee to nose. Hug, hug, hug. Inhale, press back. Last one. Exhale, knee to nose. Hug it in as tight as it'll go. Inhale, press back. All right, both feet to the mat. Take a breath in here. Blow the breath back out. And we're going to move feet to hands. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Take chair pose. And yes, it's always appropriate to grab your water bottle when you need a breath. So make this pose. I know usually we only think about our legs. Make it about your belly. So you're going to have to hold a really strong core here in order to pull your shoulder blades back. Really using all of your belly to keep this lift up through your hands. So you've got it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, fold. Bring your feet out wide. Bring your pointer fingers around your big toes. Drop your head all the way down. Oh yeah, Sarah's got a good like sway going on from right to left. Sometimes that feels good. Yeah, shake out your shoulders. All the options. Bring softness to your knees. As you bend your knees, let your belly and your chest come down towards your thighs. Look for depth in the fold. One last time, shake your head yes and no. And then we'll come back for chair pose round 2. Hi, yeah, you're going to be okay. Are you ready? Here we go. Chair pose, sit nice and low. Yeah, that's it. Nancy, lift all of your toes for everybody. Now press the 4 corners of your feet down into the mat. Bring your hands to heart center and twist to the right. Take 2 breaths here. One more time. On your inhale, rise up, take chair pose. Bring your hands to heart center. Now we're going to twist to the left. 2 breaths here. And out. One more time. In. Stay for the exhale. Breathe in, rise up, chair pose. Fold. Bring your feet out wide. Tuck your palms under your toes and let your head drop down. Yes, you can shake your head yes and no here. Fully let your head hang down, let your shoulders hang down. You can even pull a little bit with your elbows. See if there's any more depth to get out of this. All right. We're going to move to one of my favorite exercises. Here we go. Take downward facing dog. From your down dog, come up onto your tippy toes and now walk your feet approximately halfway up your mat. You want your shoulders to be right over top of your wrists. Now bring your feet together so that your big toes touch. You're going to look to keep your toes together throughout this exercise, all right? Bend your knees out towards the side. We're going to do some little frog hops here. So press down, lift up, and hop. Hey. All right, hug those toes together. You've got this for 10. Controlled hops. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Child's pose. Yeah, you've got it. Good stuff. Bring your toes together, knees out wide, palms all the way up to the top of your mat. Yes, Philomena, Lisa, and Minnie at home. You guys did a great job too. Take your child's pose and let your spine go long here. Frog hops are like one of the ultimate ways to build your core. They're pretty challenging, but really great for it. Take a nice deep breath in. Air back out. On your next inhale, come to downward facing dog. Yeah, pressing the weight into your palms. Yes, Sarah, how's that shoulder? Is it okay? Take a nice big breath in. Exhale. Move feet to hands. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Inhale, roll all the way up to standing, and we're going to take right side eagle. Right arm wraps under. Right leg wraps over top. Pull your elbows together and see if you can't lift them 1 more inch into the air. See if you can get your core to help stabilize the pose by pulling your shoulders backwards. On your next breath, step out and switch sides. We're going to move left arm under and left leg over. Eagle, second set. This is kind of a funny cue, but pull your jawbone straight back towards your spine so that you're actually pulling your whole head backwards. On your next breath, swap sides. Take right arm under and right leg over. What most people don't focus on in equanimity is the fact that your core has to stabilize these poses or you are going to fall over. And I pinky swear promise that will happen. See if you can't pull your shoulders back 2 more inches so that it almost feels like you're leaning backwards in the pose, really getting your core to do the work of holding tight here. Okay, that's it. Try it out. See if you got it. And then switch sides. Left arm under, left leg over. How's that going? That's good. So equanimity, you know when you found the edge of the pose because you fall over, right? You're like, okay, we got really close to the edge and then we took 1 step too far. See if you can get right up to the edge. On your next breath, step out. That's it. Shake your arms and legs out. If you couldn't tell, we're doing a lot of core work today. So we're going to take standing leg raise, but the core version of it. So hug your right leg up into the air. By the way, I like to support this pose by putting my hand up my low back. What I'm doing is actually teaching my tailbone to tuck under instead of like letting my low back disintegrate and get this sort of fold going in it. So bring your hands right here to your low back and press your fingertips down. Now hug your right knee up into your chest and then put your right hand onto your knee. All you got to do here is hug your knee into your hand and then your hand down into your knee. Remember, we did this earlier, essentially. Feel your belly button pulling backwards towards your spine, towards your back hand even. Take 2 more breaths here, flexing your bottom foot, and then we'll step out. That's it. You can shake your legs out. Sometimes that feels good in between these poses. Then we're going to take the left side. So hands at your low back. Left hand against your knee, knee against your hand. I want you to flex that bottom foot. And then hug in. Hand down, knee up, creating the counteraction that's going to cause your belly to really engage. You've got this for 5, 4. Good job. Keep breathing. 3, 2, 1. Step out. Yes. Shake your legs, shake your hands. We're going to take airplane on the right side. So right leg back, hands out wide, take airplane. That's it. Flex your back foot. Now spread your fingertips wide. I have a challenge for you in this pose. Are you ready for it? I want you to see how slowly you can go, making your way to half moon. Are you ready? Set. Yogis, go. Looking to bring your left hand down and right hand up. Yes, that's it. 1 inch at a time. Good job. When you hit your half moon, see if you can bring your top ankle up 2 inches higher. Yep, so your side body has to work to engage. Your hip works to engage and lift that leg. All right, feet down, fold. Yes, you can fold all the way forwards and then rock it out side to side. I love this one to release the sides of your hips. Forwards and back. Press your heels into the mat. Roll all the way up to standing, and we're going to go for the left side. So, left leg back. The real pro tip for these balancing poses is pressing your big toe into the mat. Hard enough that you feel all of your muscles on your leg light up. Yogis, ready? Set. As slow as you can go. Half moon. There you are. Actively use your belly to help you create this turn. Good stuff. Lift that top leg 2 inches higher. Yes, that's it, Greg. All right, fold. Yes, bring your feet down. You can shake it out. We're going to take 1 set of dancer today. And that's because I want to do it that way, to be honest. So right hand back, palm faces out. And then you grab your inner ankle. From here, press your left foot back, right hand forwards. Yeah, that's it. Oop, you had it the first time. Switch your hand around. Yeah, like that. Good job. Now press to the edge of the pose. The edge being your shin pressing back and your hand pressing forwards. Almost literally like you're reaching out towards the edges of a box that's holding this pose together. Good job. Yep, and you know when you fall over, you found the edge. Are you ready? Let's go for the second set. Well, second side. Opposite hand back. See if you can use your low belly to help support your low back. Listen, when your belly engages in this pose, your low back doesn't pinch. I know. Fun facts, it can happen. On your next breath out, step out. You can shake your legs. We're going to go for a tree pose on the right side. However you want to do it. Foot at either your ankle, your shin, or all the way up at your thigh. Go for tree pose. See if you can create grounding here by pressing down through the 4 corners of your standing foot. Swap sides. I know, it was rude. Take left side, tree pose. gently. All right, bring both feet down. Come to the very head of your mat, all the way up here. Inhale, extended mountain. Exhale, fold. Breathe in, halfway lift. Exhale, chaturanga. Upward facing dog with your breath in. Down dog on your breath out. Take right side triangle. Yep, your right foot's going to come all the way up to between your hands. Yeah, see if you can bring your right foot up even further. Yep, long stance here. Right hand comes down to either your ankle or the mat right behind your ankle. Now, triangle is the opening pose of the sequence called grounding. See if you can create grounding right here. I'll walk you through it. First, lift up your toes. Now press your heels into the mat. Now press the ball mound, the knuckle of your big toes into the mat, fully engaging. Press those big toes down so hard that your leg muscles turn on so that you're hugging in skin to muscle to bone. Press down so hard that on your next breath in, you rise up to standing. Both feet face the long end of your mat. For side facing, wide-legged forward fold. Yes. Fold all the way down. Yeah, I think a bind looks like a good idea. Interlace your fingers here and let them drop overhead. Bring some softness to your knees. One more breath, even out your sides. On your next inhale, we're going to rise all the way up to standing. And let's do the half splits today. So we're going to come down onto your knees, and we'll start with your right leg out in front. Now, I don't have a block with me up here this morning, but I'm going to grab a block. If you have one, bring it into your right hand for some extra support. That's it. Now, flex your right foot. So you're going to look to draw your right hip crease backwards towards the far side of your mat. That's it. Yep, big breaths. The more you breathe, the better this pose gets. I do promise that. Yeah, so into this right hand then, just for a little added support. Here, you can bring one into your left hand too. There you go. Now picture moving your right hip backwards. Yeah, that's it. Left hip forwards. Take one more breath. And now we're going to move out of this back into downward facing dog. Yep, however you want to get there, back to down dog. From downward facing dog, take left side triangle. Left foot out in front. Bring your blocks with you and try that in your hand this time. So it's going to go right behind your ankle into your left hand. That's it. Now create grounding as something that you feel in your body. Like this is not a concept. This is something you're creating actively. Be about grounding happening in your body. However that's going to occur to you. You've got 2 more breaths to make it happen, pressing through your feet. And on your final breath in, we're going to rise up to stand and take side facing, wide-legged forward fold. We're going for ninja lunges on this side. So on your inhale, bend your right knee, straightening out your left leg. And on your exhale, swap sides. Take a breath and swap. That's it. Even out both sides. Come back through to center. Walk your hands to the front of your mat, and we're going to take half splits or full splits on the left-hand side. So left leg out in front, block into your left hand for support. You can always use 2 blocks in this pose. All that you really have to do here is check out that you're pulling your left hip backwards. So a lot of times the default in this pose, a half split or even triangle, which is the alternate to this, is that you're going to start letting your right hip disintegrate backwards and then just move this whole left leg forwards. It's really easy to see it in a fuller split because it goes either from this, where you can see both of my hips are stacked right on top of each other, to this, which is almost like a split going to the side. So pay attention to your left hip drawing back. You can also think of it like pressing your left sits bones back towards the far side of your mat. One more time, take a breath in. And on your exhale, let's move out of this. Move through up dog and into down dog. From downward facing dog, roll all the way into your high plank and then lower all the way down onto the mat. We're going to take locust pose. Bring your hands out wide. Fingertips spread. Press down. Lift up. Inhale. Locust pose. Round 1. This is it. 5, 4. Chin tucked. 3, 2, 1. All the way back down. Yes, you can knock your knees side to side. And we'll go for a second set. Are you ready? Yogis, press down. Lift up. Inhale. Round 2. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back down onto your mat. Knees side to side. Release your low back. Let's take floor bow. Hands by the outer edges of both feet or just one foot. Yep, once you catch your feet, flex your feet. Now, before you press up into this bow, I want you to only use your legs. It might mean that you don't lift up so high in your chest, but just your legs. Ready? Set, press your shins backwards. Pull your quads, the front sides of your thighs, down onto the floor. Your legs are doing all of the action of lifting your chest up here. One more breath. And come down. All right, knees side to side. For my yogis who have done this pose a lot of times before, do you see how that's different? How using your legs here is different from using your arms and your shoulders to lift your chest up. Bring your hands to the outer edges of your feet. We're going to go for floor bow round 2. Now this time, you can muscle it up any old way that you want to. See as you're comparing it to the first side. Are you ready? Feet flexed. Press back, lift up, inhale, floor bow round 2. Note the differences between your first pose and this pose for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 onto your mat. Knock your knees side to side. Let's take a quick up dog. Hands by your low ribs. Inhale, upward facing dog. Tops of your feet, press down. Bring your knees down and we'll move to camel. So blocks are going to come with you. Now, if you're at home, a block or anything approximately this size will work. I even use my massive water bottle for this pose because it does work like that too. Bring your block and sit it right between your knees. So back bends are all about your core. If your core is not integrated here, what you're going to do is pinch your low back, and I'll tell you, it feels really terrible from personal experience. So how do you get your core to work in order to support the back bend? That's why I've got the block today. Tuck your toes underneath of your heels. Put your hands at your back pockets. Now, hug in through your legs. You should feel the front sides of your thighs become really active, and in turn, your core becomes active as well. Just use the block to get the core work happening. Now, lift the very center of your chest straight up towards the ceiling. And this is camel. Just letting all of the front side of your body work to support this little mini back bend that's happening for 5. Keep breathing. 4, 3, 2, 1. On your inhale, roll all the way up. And then you're going to flip onto your spine because we're moving to bridge pose. Bring your blocks with you. So all the way onto your back, blocks between your knees. Your heels should be close enough that you could just scrape them with your fingertips. Now, hug your knees into your block before we go anywhere. Take a nice deep breath in. On your exhale, empty out all of the air in your belly. Now lift up into bridge pose. Using your legs to stay super active. See if you can feel your core here too. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale, lower your hips all the way down to the mat. Now I want you to check that your shoulders all the way to your hips are on the mat. Your low belly is not swaying off of the mat. You're keeping it locked down. See if you can use this long, straight spine all the way up into bridge. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, engage your core, hug in, press down, lift up. Bridge pose, round 2 for 3, 2, 1. Exhale, come all the way down onto the floor. Now you can choose to take this pose up into wheel or stick with bridge pose. Wherever you are, check that you can keep your lowest, deepest abdominal muscles active as you move into your next pose. We're going to do 3 bridges or 3 wheels. Yogis, are you ready? Set. Press down, lift up, inhale, bridge or wheel for 3, 2, 1. Tuck your chin, come all the way back down. Yes. Take a breath in. Big breath out. Hug into that block. Press down, lift up. Let's go. Bridge or wheel, round 2 for 3, 2, 1. Tuck your chin, come onto the mat. Last time. Inhale. Exhale, press, lift, move, breathe in, bridge or wheel, round 3 for 3, 2, 1. Tuck your chin all the way back down. Remove your blocks and take Supta Baddha Konasana with the soles of your feet together. One hand on your heart and one hand on your belly. Take happy baby. Hands by the outer edges of your feet or tucked right behind your knees. Rock right to left. Pull your lowest back, your sacrum, the back of your pelvis, all down towards the mat. On your next breath, inhale and bring both your feet straight up into the air so that you're looking at your toes. Now, on your exhales, you're going to drop your belly down and reach up towards your toes. Little crunches for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, yogis, bend your knees. Hands, both of them against your knees. Now, on your exhale, extend your right arm and extend your right leg. Breathe in, and then exhale, switch. Pressing your knee against your hand. Breathe in, exhale, switch. Inhale, exhale, switch. Keep going back and forth, nice and steady for 10, 9, 8, feet flexed, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, yogis, hug your knees into your chest. What do you say, Nancy? Are we doing one more stability thing, or are we going into half pigeon? Stability? Okay, all right. Let's go for yogi bicycles. Fingertips behind your ears. And we're going to go. Ready, set, yogi bicycles for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Flex your feet. 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, hug your knees into your chest. Rock head to toe 3 times. On that 3rd time, we're going to make our way to downward facing dog and then into right side half pigeon. set your half pigeon up however it feels best. Bye, Greg. Keep breathing. Part of the reason why the poses can look any way, why there are literally, and I think this is literal, hundreds if not thousands of ways to modify any one pose, is because in our style of yoga, we say that we practice principles and not poses. So one of my favorite principles is the idea of balanced action. You'll see that this happens in every pose. We balance sthira and sukha, so effort and ease in every pose. You've got some effort going on right now, yeah? Your right hip is probably giving you some feedback in this pose. There's some sensation going on. See if you can pick one piece of the pose to make easy. Maybe it's just relaxing the muscles on your face, letting your breath be easy. Give yourself some space to create balanced action here, no matter what the pose looks like for you. Balance, effort, and ease. One more time, take a breath. On your next inhale, we're going to come to downward facing dog. And then we'll swap to left side half pigeon. So you can look around the room, look at your camera, find a neighbor. You might discover that there's a variation on this pose that would feel better today. I have to admit, as an instructor, a lot of times what I teach in class is based off of what you guys do in class. Because there's always something new to learn. Create balanced action. Sthira Sukha Asanam right here in your practice. One more time, take a breath in and out. On your next inhale, come to down dog. You can shake your legs out and down dog. Sometimes that's nice to discover because you have created some new space in your hips. So you could check that out. Then when you're ready, come through to a seated position. Let's move into tabletop or reverse plank. So make your fingertips face your heels. That part is important. You can extend your legs, press your heels into the mat, lift your hips up, and let your head fall backwards. Take a big breath in. Exhale and drop your hips back down. Right from here, we're going to take fish pose. So with your palms on the mat, slide your forearms underneath of your body. And then from here, I like to picture it as sliding my fingertips under my bum just a little bit, and then let your head drop back. So you can choose to do this pose with a block, but sometimes it's a bit easier to get into when you're just using your forearms. Take a nice deep breath in, and on your exhale, point your toes. Breathe in. On your next breath out, let your whole body lower down onto the mat. We're going to get upside down into shoulder stand waterfall, headstands, or handstands. Anything where you're getting your hips up above your heart. One more time. Yeah. Philomena's got her legs up the wall. That's an awesome variation to this pose too. especially if you're somebody who loves waterfall with your block under your hips. Shoulder stands, move to plow. So reach your toes backwards towards the ground behind you. And then plow, move to deaf yogis. Yeah, just like that, supporting your back with your hands. Yeah. Yeah, you have it, don't worry. All right. Plow, move to deaf yogi. So bend your knees. Or did we already do that one? Wherever you are. Make your way all the way back down onto your mat, rolling out one vertebrae at a time. Hug both knees up into your chest. You're welcome. And then let your knees fall to the left side of your mat, eyes over your right shoulder for supine twist. Hug your knees up into your chest one more time. Let them fall to the right, eyes over your left shoulder this time. Letting your left shoulder melt down towards the mat. Your next breath, hug your knees into your chest. And then let them lay out long. Arms and legs go long for Shavasana. Let your breath work into its natural rhythm, with your inhales flowing straight into your exhales with no pauses in between. Just one breath to the next. There is a cold eye towel by the upper right-hand corner of your mat. You're welcome to use it at any time. Find a deep breath in. The full exhale. Bring movement back to your fingers and your toes. Hug your knees up into your chest. Rock onto the right side of your body. Place the center of your forehead on the mat or on the ground, even onto your arm. Let yourself be fully supported by the ground underneath you. Make your way up into a seated position. On your inhale, you can reach both fingertips up. On your exhale, drop your hands down to heart center. Take a moment to set your intention for the rest of your day. It can come in the form of an I am statement or just as like a thought or a feeling. Now we'll end class and seal it all in with one Om. Take a breath in. Bring your thumb knuckles up to forehead center. Together, we bow our heads and we say, Namaste. Thanks, guys. It was great to see you this morning. Thank you for coming in, whether you're here in the studio, at home practicing with us, or even if you take this class a week or a month from now. It was great to see you, and thank you for coming to practice.